Hello and welcome back to Wigan Weekly, your go-to podcast for everything Wigan Athletic. I'm Charlie, as always I'm joined by co-host Mr. Curtis. How you doing?
I'm doing alright, and we've got another packed episode for you today. We'll be talking about our FA Cup win at Mansfield, our big 2-1 victory at Stevenage, and we'll also give you previews for next week's clashes against Burton, Albion and Bristol Rovers, and some of the top articles we found online, so let's dive right in.
Yeah, starting first, obviously we're going to go to last Tuesday's big FA Cup win against Mansfield at Field Mill, 2-0 victory in the end, the brace from Aasgaard. What would you rate the performance out of 10, Curtis?
I'd say it was a pretty good performance from Aasgaard. I mean, I was a bit sceptical about how well we'd actually perform, considering Mansfield took 3 points from us with their 2-1 win at our place in October. But considering all of what I've seen, I'd probably give it a solid 9.
Yeah, okay. Obviously, an absolute worldie of a goal from Aasgaard. Obviously, his 2 goals got us the win. We probably couldn't have done it without him. And obviously, it has led to a huge round 4 tie against Fulham on Saturday the 8th. What do you make of that?
I think,
Excited?
yeah, certainly excited. I think, it's a big thing for the club if we can, get Premier League giants, and it might boost the attendances a bit, get a bit more money in. So when it comes to the end of the season and, we're trying to look for different players or, paying off the last bits of the debts, we'll get there, a bit easier if we've got money to spare from big fixtures like this.
Yeah, obviously completely agree with all that. I mean, one thing I just don't... It doesn't quite feel as big as like when we've played Man United or City. It doesn't feel quite as big, but I suppose it's probably the level of opposition. Obviously, Fulham aren't quite that level that Man United and City are, but...
No, and it's obviously a lot further away as well.
But I must say, I don't think it will sell out the DW, to be honest. I think it might just come under, to be honest. I don't think it will be a sellout.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be as big as last year, but then again, obviously, it's a team we don't typically tend to play, so I'm hoping, we might have a decent attendance.
Fingers crossed, yeah. But obviously, we also focus on yesterday's performance, a 2-1 narrow victory over Stevenage. Once again, we did it in some style, didn't we?
Yeah, we certainly did. I mean, obviously there was a lot of cards handed out yesterday. Like Will Goodwin got his first card. Well, he got the first card of the game, the yellow, within like the first minute, which obviously wasn't a good start. And then obviously there was a couple more yellow cards, and then it sort of calmed down for a bit until obviously we had half time. Nothing had happened. It was 0-0. And then second half, we got a goal in, and then someone got sent off for... Who was it that got sent off?
What, for us or for them?
For us.
Jensen Weir.
Yeah, so Jensen Weir obviously got sent off for that.
Violent conduct.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, I think watching it wasn't the prettiest challenge. Initially, there was a bit of stir, but I don't really think you can debate it. It was, for me, definitely a red card. I think even Weir knew, because Weir didn't even make a fuss. He just walked off the pitch. He took his punishment. So, I mean, fair enough, really. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and then obviously they equalised, which you just knew was going to happen. And then somehow one of their players then got a red card as well, which, it seems like this referee's good at handing out cards. But then to top it off, in stoppage time, Thelo Aasgaard and his free kick managed to make it 2-1. So we left with 3 points. So what do you make of that?
Well, just a quick... I just quickly want to get your thoughts. Do you think it is a red card, this or not?
I think it depends what angle you look at it at. Because I've seen people say that it should and shouldn't be.
He sort of lunges at him, takes him down. It is a bit of a dodgy challenge, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, bookable offence, yeah, but some people would argue, should he have gone straight red?
I mean, we got a bit of justice because obviously their man goals got sent off in stoppage time, which led to our free kick, to be fair. So that red card does the world of good.
Yeah, so a bit of a lucky win there.
Yeah.
So we need to take that momentum into next week, Tuesday night.
Albion,
yeah, Burton.
Match day vlogging coming.
Yep, that's one to look out for.
Yeah, well, something we will say is that we're hoping to make Tuesday's vlog much better. We've invested heavily in some new Rode microphones. The best.
Yeah, if you
best of
can
best.
tell with the recording, hopefully it's a bit better.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, hopefully, this investment will lead to a bit better, bit more quality content.
Yeah, so looking at Burton Albion, they are currently sat at the bottom of the table with 15 points. They picked up 3 points in their last 5 games. So
Rock bottom, wow. 3 points as well, wow.
yeah, so a win's got to be on the card, surely, if we put a good shift in like we have been doing.
I don't know, but I mean, look at Shrewsbury, we were 2-0 up, bottled that 2.
Yeah, I know what our record is like with lower league teams.
Relegation teams.
But, you know, anything could happen. You know, you just gotta be optimistic.
You do, but with Wigan, it's either our way or the highway, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
what it feels like, to be honest, most of the time. Obviously, I think in terms of history, I think last time we played them, which was what? I think we went to it last year, didn't
Yeah,
we?
March.
1-1.
Yeah, it was 1-1.
And before that, I think it was got beat 2 actually. So
How did we manage that one? Well, that's terrible.
I remember it being quite a controversial decision, although it was a while ago, to be fair.
October 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with Burton Albion, we won 3 against them, drawn 5 and lost 3, so it is pretty even.
Even Stevens, yeah.
Yeah, but let's go back on the league table and see where they finished last year. So they finished 20th last year, so
there's clearly been a trend here that every season they're sort of fighting relegation. It's been coming for a while. I mean, but I look at Burton. I mean, how they made. I mean, they were in the Championship in 2016-17 campaign. I don't know how they did that, but obviously they've been in that League One, League Two for a couple of years now. It's about time they really just. I think going down might be what they need, to be honest. Rebuild might help them, to be honest. I mean, it's not what you want, but it might be what they need.
Yeah, there's a big difference between wants and needs.
I will give you a quick question. Burton score prediction. Early.
Ooh. Well, when I'm looking at this page about the wins, draws, and losses, I think it's probably going to be a draw.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think a draw. I think it has 0-0 all over this one, to be honest.
Yeah, I would agree with you with 0-0.
I was going to say who's going to score, but 0-0. So
Yeah.
Long the goal than that. So yeah.
No goal scoring going on here.
Hopefully we get some goals, but I think the way you got to look at it, we've not got a very good record against teams below us. It's teams above us that we seem to do quite well against.
Yeah, that's just part of the Wigan DNA, as they say. Anyway, moving on to Bristol Rovers on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Bristol are currently sat 1 place beneath us when we're recording this, and they've picked up 2 wins in their last 5, so 6 points. Now, obviously, the game with them is very one-sided. Like, they either win by a landslide or we do. Because obviously, last year, away at their ground, they won 4-1.
And then we won 2-0.
At home, yeah.
Final game of the season, wasn't it? Well,
Yeah, it
final
was.
home game anyway, yeah.
It was the final game of the season last year. And then, obviously, when we were away this year, we won 4-0. So,
Yeah, there's quite a trend here, isn't there?
yeah, bit of a landslide.
For me, I'd probably say... I'd probably go for a win. I'm going to say... I'll say 3-1. But I say that with a pinch of salt because they just come off a massive win against Barnsley, which no one expected that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Barnsley, you see them as like playoff contenders, but they got beat 3-1
they got manslaughtered, really.
Yeah, which is quite a surprise. But yeah, so going back to the Bristol thing, we've won 13 games against them, drawn 7 and lost 11. So fairly even record against them there. But obviously, before the loss in September 2023, the last time we lost to them was in 1998. Every fixture since then was either a win or a draw. So the losses seem to be less common over the years there. But it obviously... if they're going to come in with a bit of quality, then we need to watch out.
That quality, obviously. I think the players to watch out for, we've got Josh Griffiths in goal, goalkeeper, you've got Caleb Taylor at centre-back, you've got Romain Sawyers, who's got wonderful championship experience. Then you've got Scott Sinclair on the wing, and also Gabriel Adonkor, who is in wonderful form. Scored, I think, yesterday against Barnes as well. Hutchinson at Cam. There is a lot of quality, there's no doubt about that. But then I say that, they've had a lot of managers over the last few months. We're sat, but sat obviously 2 points below us. I think with Bristol, they're a bit inconsistent, aren't they? You look at their form is inconsistent. I think they're very similar to ours again. There's a lot of similarities between both teams and form, and I think who we're capable of beating. So I think we might just edge the win here, but it's going to be a difficult game. But I do think it'll be a closer game than usual. So I want to say 3-1, but my mind probably says it'll be a 1-0 or a 2-1 win.
Yeah, I was thinking 2-1. I think they'll probably put something past us if they keep up that quality they've had, especially against like Barnsley.
Definitely. In terms of what we can talk about next, I suppose some of the transfers we've made, because we've made a couple more since obviously last recording, and we've mentioned one of them. Obviously, we've signed Will Goodwin, John Mellish, and who else we signed? Norburn. Oliver Norburn.
That's the one.
So Mellish, Goodwin, Norburn. Obviously, out of the three, who's the most important sign, do you think?
Well, I think, obviously... Yeah, so I think the most important one there is going to be John Mellish, because obviously he made quite a lot of appearances when he was at Carlisle. He made 213 appearances, 27 goals. So obviously not the best ratio, but in terms of obviously rivalries and all that, he has been known for having that encounter with that Bolton player.
Dion Charles, yeah.
That's the one.
In terms of appearances though, 213 appearances and 27 goals in just in 6 seasons is not bad for a defender / midfielder. That is very impressive. So I think we've got ourselves an absolute baller in the making with John Mellish. Obviously, in terms of Will Goodwin, we've lost Joe Hugel, who's now joined Carlisle. Very interesting swap for me, I'm not going to lie. When you join a team who are struggling so much, obviously he will get a lot of game time there. There's no doubt about that. But
that's it, Carlisle have had so many in and so many out in this window.
But yeah, obviously, we've done a lot of business with Carlisle over the last couple of months. We've got White went there on a free, Jordan Jones. To this day, I'll never understand why he signed for a month, but we go with it.
In fact, with Jordan Jones, it wasn't even a month, it was about 2 weeks.
It was. And I think he played one game, that's the time. But that is what it is. But second side, and obviously Will Goodwin on loan from Oxford. I don't really know what to expect from this. He's had, already he's had a few moves. He was a Chester Academy, a youth academy graduate. He's played for Stevenage, Celtic on loan. He joined Stoke on a permanent. He didn't make a single appearance at Stoke. He's had loans at Hartlepool, Torquay. He did well at Torquay, to be fair. He got his move last season to Cheltenham. An okay season, 6 goals and 28 appearances. Joined Oxford in the summer, and again isn't playing regular football. 1 goal and 11 appearances. He comes in for Hugel, and I just don't really think he's good enough. Really, at the end of the day, we need a permanent striker at some point, sooner rather than later.
Well, that's it. I've been saying this to you every time we're taking on loan strikers or anyone in any other position but a striker. Because when it comes to the summertime, we are going to have nobody. Unless,
Youth. Get Chrissy in.
Yeah, but you need someone who's a bit more stable for that, really, I think. Especially if you're going to try and stay up or push for playoffs.
Yeah, well, the fact that we sold Josh Jones also was a bit interesting. It doesn't really sit right. It doesn't really sit right with me, to be honest.
No, it doesn't, but it'll significantly help out York City, though.
Well, yeah, but we don't want that.
Well, no.
I frankly don't care what happens to York. Yeah, there might be a friendly team and they put on a good show when we play them in the FA Cup, but that doesn't mean I want them to be get into the Prem before we do. And the way they're going, they probably will be, to be honest.
Yeah, well, let's not go too far.
Yeah, definitely. And then, obviously, the third signing was Oliver Norburn. Again, he's a bit of an older player. I think is he 32? 30, might be 31. Yeah, he's 30. No, he's 32. And he's also born in Bolton. I don't know how that will sit down with Bolton fans, with Wigan fans. But obviously on loan from Blackpool, so it is quite an interesting deal. What do you think, Curtis?
Well, as we can see, he's played for quite a range of teams across different leagues. So obviously, he's got the appearances to go with it, but has he got the skills to get the goals in?
Yeah, definitely.
Because in saying that, he's only got a handful of goals at all these places.
Shrewsbury, it's not bad that for a midfielder.
How many did he get at Shrewsbury?
16.
Well, that's not too bad, but obviously you got to bear in mind there's some of these here, like where he's not scored any.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, comes from Blackpool. Hasn't been there long. He's been there since the start of since the 2023 summer window. So mixed opinions. I don't think he'll do a massive job, but obviously we need that cover with Matt Smith out for the rest of the season. Well, for the majority of what's left of the season. Beverly goes out until late March, and then Jensen Weir got himself sent off. So yeah, we need all the help we can get at the moment, really, because I don't think we're going to survive with Scott Smith for very long.
No, but that's it. We've been very unfortunate this season with the injury crisis. We've got so many people out at the minute. You just got to be resourceful.
Well, resourceful is the right word, but we're getting not very resourceful. I mean, we keep learning players. We need more permanent signings. I mean, the best signing, but John Mellish is a sign that is. I think he's the best signing we made for a while, to be honest, in terms of the quality. And I don't think we've paid too much. But once again, undisclosed fee. We never know what these players are coming and going for.
Well, exactly. I think there should be a bit more transparency and stuff like that.
Yeah, and a bit more communication with fans, I suppose. But that's for another day, really, I suppose.
Yeah, we're not here to dwell on that, mate.
Well, not really, are we? But obviously, in terms of news, not really that much going around. I mean, all the rumours every day seem to be Asgard's going to Nottingham Forest or whatever Prem team or Championship team. I mean, I think it is only a matter of time until he will go Asgard, though. It's not like we're going to have him forever.
Well, no, but I don't think he'll be out in this window.
No,
I think
definitely
if it was going to happen, I feel like it'd have probably happened by now, and there'd
Yeah,
been a lot more rumours that would have materialised.
I know we got a lot of friends and fans who have been communicating to us saying that they are a bit nervous he'll go. He would have gone by now, because at the end of the day, we're halfway through the window already. Well, more than halfway through.
Nearly 2/3 of the way.
Madness already. I mean, we're nearly 10 days, 10 or so days until it finishes. So, yeah, Asgard's okay. We got him until at least the end of the season. And when you look at, I mean, I've seen a lot of videos on social media of, different fans from different clubs all ranting and raving about him. So it's good to see he's getting the recognition he deserves. He's finally getting there, because I think for so many years now he's just struggled for the numbers, but he's finally having one of those really decisive seasons where he's the main man. So, yeah, it's great to see.
Yeah, it's great to see the hard work pay off. I'll agree with you on that one.
Definitely, and I think he clearly works well under Maloney, because I think Maloney has played in that same position as him. So obviously he's got him for good guidance, and Maloney's getting the best out of him. So you can't really go wrong with Thelo Aasgaard. Also a local lad, he's born in Albion, I think. So he's certainly a local lad to us, and I'd love to see it. But like I say, only a matter of time till he probably goes. In terms of his value, I think it's about 1.5 million worth, which is a bit diabolical, really. I think it should be at least 3, 4, 5 million.
Well, maybe it will be, because obviously you got to bear in mind he is in contract with us for a good couple more years yet.
Yeah.
With that extension he signed.
But look at Charlie Hughes, and he went for nothing, really, Charlie Hughes, because he didn't go for anything what I expected.
Well, I mean, considering his age, I mean, he still had some stuff to prove. So, I mean, the 3 and whatever million it was, it could have been worse, but then you'd argue it could have been better.
I mean, one thing I'd like to know with Charlie Hughes is, has that money actually is the money we spent in this window been from that transfer, or has it been through another sort of financial sum? Because I don't know, and this is where we're going to need to be a bit more vocal about their business and etc. with the fans.
Yeah, because obviously they always talk about having the offsets to settle, and we want to know really how far we are with that,
Definitely.
And what we have got to spend.
In terms of Burton game, I mean, we said about the scoreline, but I mean, it's not. It is one of those games that'll be a boring game. I think Bristol will be a bit more of a competitive game for both teams, but I suppose it's a case of just wait and see.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, wise words there.
Yeah, I've been watching too much Wigan Athletic football the last couple of days.
Fair enough.
But I think that'll be a wrap for episode 13 of Wigan Weekly. Thanks for joining me, Curtis.
No worries.
Until episode 14, which will be out at some point next week, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy and enjoy this week's double match day.